Right. No, no, no. I want the good one. Where is it? There it is. Oh. Oh. All right. Now. Got him. What I getting? Oh, my bones. Oh, the bones. Whew. It's been a long day. God, it's been a long day. Oh, man. Invite. And invite.
Greetings, anonymous members. How's it going, guys?
There you go.
It's Morbid coming to you live.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Jacob's gonna get
going?
some other people coming in.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Cool.
I'm ready to do this. Woo! All right. Should you go or should I go first? I don't want to interrupt you or nothing, man. This is your live video.
Nah, it's our live video. I don't have anything on my mind.
Damn straight. I feel you on that. All right, guys. It's getting a little hot in here. I think I have to take this. I'm gonna take this coat off real quick, man. It's getting a little bit nippy. All right, so I want to go ahead and discuss a few topics with you guys, and you guys give me your point of views on it. Then again, it's kind of a duh thing to say, but I'm Morbid Anon. I have a YouTube channel. These are my boys right here, and this is my team. He kind of found me at a very rough time, and he brought me into the anonymous crew. So I've been influenced by a couple of my buddies and friends to go ahead and make a YouTube channel for Anonymous, and you guys feel free anytime to tune into my videos. Is there any special topics that you'd like to talk about first, Avenger? Because I've got a bunch of shit to throw out there, man.
Nah, you got the floor, man.
All right, well, I want you guys to go ahead and contribute. My anonymous brothers that are here, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the fuck out of that. I know it's really, really late at night, so I better... don't want to wake the women up, man. They come in here throwing knives at me and stuff. That'd be a bad thing. I want to go ahead and start discussing some topics along the lines, because I know Hurricane Harvey's been going on. I know Hurricane Irma's been going on. And I want to kind of go ahead and explain myself about a video that I had posted the other day on Facebook Live. Some of you guys probably saw that video, and I want to go ahead and kind of sum things up a little bit on why I said what I said and why what was posted was posted. I had mentioned something about FEMA, concentration camps, and Walmart. I want to take you guys back to when Obama was in presidency. And Obama, passed the Obamacare plan and everything. And what he had done was he had brought a lot of stuff in that that was really questionable. I mean, it really, if you're smart, you would have known that he did it for good purpose, and he had a good reason to back it up, but it actually was not a good thing at all. So I want to go ahead and talk about a few of those things. Let's go ahead and talk about the quote unquote jihad camps. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. The jihad camps were for the immigrants that basically were coming to the country and stuff. Basically a place and a refuge to go ahead and keep them. until everything was kind of smoothed up. But see, when Donald Trump came into presidency, things kind of changed, and he started trying to get a deporting thing going on. I'm sure you guys have seen memes, jokes, and a lot of crazy shit like that on the social media. It's been kind of fucking crazy, man, and you don't forget shit like that. Uh, whew. Hey guys, I can actually send hearts to myself. That's pretty wicked. Hey, all right. I'm joking around, guys. Um, don't send me too many hearts because I'll think you're a little bit getting fresh with me or something. um, I wanted to basically bring up some private operations that have been going on with the government. I want to go ahead and because people think it's stupid to talk about these things, but I believe since we're anonymous and since we're all brothers in this, man, and I heard you guys earlier mention something about some sisters as well. Uh, I've yet to be affiliated with any of the sisters yet, but hey, there's a time and place for everything, right? Okay, I want to bring up. I want to go ahead and bring up a time. I want to take you back about 8 years ago. In a little bitty Indiana town. I uh, I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself. I basically I saw a lot of bad things happen, and I had a very very rough childhood. In and out of group homes, foster cares, and stuff. And the one thing that I remember where I was at was black and white and Mexican and all these different races going at each other. Um, I went to a elementary school. A school shooting had happened, and George Bush came and gave a "No Child Left Behind" speech like a couple months later. I saw a lot of my classmates basically, I saw them get shot to death in the fourth grade, and I seen protesters. See, George Bush came in a limo when he was giving the "No Child Left Behind" speech, and I remember as a kid seeing snipers on top of my school. I remember seeing angry protesters out on the fences. They had security guards holding these protesters back because they were stout fucking people, man. They were ripping the fucking things out, trying to go after the fucking Secret Service and everything. It was nuts. Us kids had to be like walked out by a Secret Service and everything. It was it was very uneasy, and I never forgot that what that experience was like. I started watching the news and stuff like that at a very early age, and I started seeing corruption. I started seeing more angry protests. I started learning about my presidents. I started learning about my rights. I started seeing things I didn't agree with. Um, in 2012, I started learning about the government. I met a Freemason through martial arts and stuff, and he kind of started telling me about some stuff that really, really woke me up because it just didn't seem right to me. So I had to further my research and get some more shit going. And with that being said, one thing led to another, and I remember I had my own Facebook as a kid. I had MySpace. You guys remember MySpace, right? Fucking that Tom guy, he'd always blow you kisses and stuff. Well,
Hell
I
yeah.
had a MySpace. I had a MySpace account as well, and on that MySpace account, uh, my MySpace was actually shut down as a kid because I was giving political views that people didn't agree with. But then again, I was a kid. I didn't know what I was talking about. I kind of repeated what I heard. But coming 2012, um, I was living in a place called Henryville, Indiana, and a tornado had merged with the whole damn town. And I had nephews and nieces that went to the Henryville High School and middle school, and we got in our van, left our house. We drove all the way there because we saw Henryville High School get obliterated. And
Yeah.
two tornadoes kind of came together. and destroyed the whole damn town. And I remember going with my family uh, in a little Windstar 1997 van, driving into the tornado. Um, in that tornado, hell balls fucking about at least a good well this size started raining down onto the van, and I remember being terrified for my life. Um, it started busting open the windows. It started hitting me in the wrist, knocking me in the side of the head. I was bleeding on the side of my head right here from where a hell ball had hit me, and I was kind of ducked crying on the fucking on the van floor and trying to take cover. And I just remember feeling the van get lifted off of the ground and almost thrown into a ditch. But the hand of God was on us that day, and that didn't happen to us. However, it did bust out all the windows. It did bang the fucking van to hell. Um, I just remember the terror and the fear. I literally thought I was going to die, and I was traumatized. Um, I was scared. We pulled up to my adopted sister's house, and I went running to her house crying, like just I didn't know what to think. First I thought my family was dead. Next thing I know is I just got sucked into a fucking tornado, and next thing I know is I'm ducked on the floor fucking crying and terrified for my life. Well, I remember there was a bunch of black vehicles, Army vehicles, SWAT vehicles that came into the town of Henryville. They came from California, they came from Missouri, they came from Florida, they came from all over the fucking United States, man. One of the guys actually was from Belgium. When he talked like this, he got a really, really, really thick accent, yeah. And so he was really cool. I like that guy. He always but with that being said, and the reason I'm sharing this personal experience with you guys is because I saw a few things that I believe I should actually come out about and go ahead and let social media know. I figure since I have been a part of of this, and since I have seen what FEMA's about, that I can actually contribute by letting you guys know what's it like to be inside of restricted zones. What's it like to actually have FEMA trying to quote unquote take care of you and help you rebuild your house? Half my house as a child was obliterated in the tornado. It just destroyed the whole half of our house. I remember half the house being just demolished, and I had my room wall up, but it was really cold. Um, Indiana weather was really fucked up. It would be like really warm one day, and then it'd be freezing cold like fucking the next day, and like snowing. Man, there was snow in the ground the next day after that tornado. Can you believe that? Um, but anyway, I want to go ahead and share. See, whenever we were driving into the tornado, the National Guard pulled in behind us. So I believe that whatever God is out there decided to go ahead and put us through that tornado to teach a very valuable lesson. Um, I remember after the tornado and everything was done, there was a bus that was thrown into a Ma and Pa's restaurant, and the whole front end of the bus was bus number 211. It was twisted to hell. The whole engine was twisted. There was a whole busload of kids inside of it. Ain't a single one of them came out with a scratch on them. They all went home safe to their parents. Um, the principal got fired because the principal had decided to send the kids home to their families on the bus before the tornado had hit. And he was actually fired for that because he broke protocol. And there were protesters coming up out of everywhere saying, give him his job back, because if the principal did not send those kids home, they would have been killed in that school. There's no doubt about it. There would have been more fatalities than what there already was. I think there was like 2 confirmed
Right.
total. A lady actually got her legs cut off, and she's living like that for the rest of her life. Um, so it was a very devastating experience for me. Definitely in my teenage years. I never forgot it. But I remember very vividly going to sleep after that tornado And then whenever I got up with my nephews and nieces, I remember seeing guys in SWAT suits, and on the back of the SWAT suits, they were wearing jackets, and it said F.E.M.A. And I remember they called these people FEMA. These guys were dressed in full body suits, and they were very scary. They were wearing weird helmets with face shields. They had tasers on the side of them. You can see where they had a mace clip. They were armed. Um, I just remember it was not a pleasant sight to see all these FEMA guys. They pulled up in these SWAT vans that looked fucking indestructible. It kind of reminded me of a scene from Batman. Whenever all those, when Bane and all those guys going to rob that bank and all those cops are out there and SWAT vehicles and shit. Well, it kind of reminded me of that episode a little bit. I know I got to add a little bit of humor into that, man. But it was very uneasy sight. They were hitting the barricades with nightsticks and stuff to try to keep the people back. They were, very vivid. People wasn't taking the shit from FEMA either, man. They were up there, fuck you, motherfuckers, and we don't fucking need you, motherfuckers. Spitting on their fucking helmets, and I mean, hell, man, it was war on hell that day. I never forgot it. But I do remember Little Caesars gave out free pizza, and
That's
FEMA.
nice.
Yeah, man. So they gave me as many pizzas as I wanted. A news channel came up, and
Yeah.
at the time, I was trying to go into the Marine Corps. I was trying to get into the military and stuff. Thank God I didn't. But I was all about going in the Marines. I was about being a soldier, and I got interviewed by this Missouri newscast. And next thing I know is I walked up to the people at the Little Caesar stand, and they said, "You're going to be a celebrity, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah, you damn right I am. I mean, how could you not look at this face and tell I'm not a celebrity, man? Come on." Next thing I know is they said, "Well, sir, how many pieces would you like today?" And I said, "Well, can I have about 5 or 6 for my family?" He gave me 8 fucking pizzas stacked all the way up to here, man. Whoo! I was heading back to eat me some pizza. I had pepperoni. I had cheese. I had sausage. I had anchovies. I had all that good stuff, man. Hey, good eating. Hey. Um, but I went back to the house, and we all sat down and ate. Tried to fix up the hail damage to the house and stuff. Next thing I know is FEMA is opening up this center. It's a weird center and stuff, and it was whenever you look at a greenhouse and it's got like the white uh fucking little tarp thing around it or whatever. Well, they had this private
Yeah.
site where it said nobody could go into, and there was tarp wrapped around it. And I remember seeing one of the workers come out of there, and when I looked in there, there was a bunch of computers, there was a bunch of guns, there was a bunch of stuff in there. Um, there was just a bunch of, some of them were talking in different languages I didn't understand. Um, a couple of the FEMA guys actually stopped me, and they asked me my name, where I'm from, and I remember how scared they were making me because two of the FEMA guys was talking to me, and then I had 3 more of those guys come up behind me, and these guys wasn't just some small guys. You got to keep in mind. I mean, I'm 6'1" right now. At that time, I was probably like 5'8", 5'9", if that. I wasn't as big as I am at all. I was a little, slinky fucker. But these guys came up and they scared me, man. They really intimidated me. When they asked me, "What's your name?" And I said, I didn't feel comfortable telling them. And I said, I kept stuttering because I was scared. And next thing I know is the guy's up saying, "What's your name?" He kept trying to say something about, we need to know your name for safety purposes and yada 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 and blah 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 blah. And then I kept saying, "I got to get to my family. I got to get to my family." And I said, "We'll find your family." And I said, "Well, fuck this, dude." and then I took off fucking running. I jumped over my fucking neighbor's fence. And all this happened, man. This was after I ate the pizza, actually. After all this happened, I actually went back to get more pizza, just because I wanted pizza to last for days, man. So I was an idiot and decided to go back out for another pizza run, and the FEMA guys kind of caught me. So they were trying to interrogate me, and I took off running from them, and they finally said, "Okay, just let that kid go, man. We ain't gonna fuck with him." Uh, so I mean, I actually got out of there, but I didn't get the pizza. So I was a little bit pissed off about that because, um, I wanted that pizza. Pizza's my life. My life is founded on pizza. Pizza, popcorn, and pizza rolls. Do you understand that? One thing you need to know about Morbid Anon is he likes pizza rolls and he likes pizza anything. You give me some pizza, I love
Yeah,
you.
man.
Woohoo! So
Pizza's where
with
it's at, man. I
with,
love
with that
pizza.
being
That's my
said,
favorite
I'm living
food.
the teenage dream. I'm still like, even being in my 20s, man, I'm just still like, pizza, dude. I'd make the perfect Ninja Turtle for Hollywood. But to go ahead and sum it up, man, that was my experience with FEMA and stuff, man, and them coming in, with the secret tents they were setting up and shit like that. And the Walmart, as far as the Walmarts and stuff goes, um, have I, in my time of being anonymous, experienced seeing a Walmart shut down? Okay, to be honest with you guys, no, I have not. I have not walked into a Walmart and seen nothing like that. Have I seen, um, have I basically seen Walmarts in construction and how much rock and dirt and stuff they're digging out of it? Yes, I have. And have I watched the news and have I basically done my research on Walmart and FEMA? Yes, I have. Um, so that all this stuff is what I've done, and I have dedicated my life to anonymous. I've had a lot of bad relationships, man. I've had a lot of personal issues and shit like that, because I that's what this is what I do. If I ain't working, I'm doing stuff for anonymous. I'm working on the scenes, behind the scenes, or I'm just spending some time with my lady. You know, we're actually talking about getting married here soon, and I was basically wanting to have an anonymous wedding. I was wanting to invite some anon people and stuff, man. Get some anon mask going on, and I was gonna get me an anonymous mask, decorated in a skeleton, and we were gonna do that. But yeah, to you anonymous people that dedicate all your time and stuff to anonymous, you guys are incredible. You guys, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and it takes a lot of heart to give your time and dedication to what you do. You got to think we don't. A lot of us don't get paid for this, man. We want to help people. You have to have a good heart to be a part of Anonymous and be a true anon. Um, being a true anon is is the biggest honor I have ever felt in my life. I know that I am a part of a legion and a family that gives a fuck about me. I have been in hard spots in my life to where I had no money to eat or anything, and I was homeless on the streets. I told a couple anon friends of mine, you want to know what they did? They said, I don't know you, kid, but they said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up about 25 to 30 bucks and I'm going to send it your way. They said, we're going to help you. We're going to help you, survive. We're going to help you live out there, man. We're going to help you get on your feet. We're going to do whatever it takes. I've had even Anons offer to take me into their household, man, when I had nothing else left. So this is my family right here, man. You want to see what I got left in my personal life? If you know me in person, if you've ever met me in person or anything, you will basically see nothing but anonymous, anonymous, anonymous. And if you don't see that, you'll see me doing some kind of work on side of you know, on messaging, YouTube channels. You'll see me working on different projects and operations and stuff. I mean, this is all I do if I'm not working. But I do basically want to touch bases on some more topics, and I want to basically give you guys some brain thinkers. I don't want to keep you guys on here too long because I see we got 3 viewers left on here, and I'll keep on going and keep on going as long as you guys want me to, because I can go on and on about secrecy and shit, for days and days and days about the shit that's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ask you guys this. Okay, Anons. There was an operation a little while back, and I'm sure you guys remember this. There was a bunch of military Blackhawks that flew into Los Angeles, and they dropped a bunch of soldiers down onto a U.S. soil, right on the streets, man. Just dropped them, like, and they started running through parks with M16s, claiming and swearing up and down it was a military test, and they were just practicing. Okay, let's fucking get to this nitty-gritty right fucking here. Why in the hell would our military people be doing test practices and training on our streets? We have children out there. We have families out there. Do we really, really want our families to be in fear of our own soldiers? Our own police departments? Is that really what we want? But, when it comes to Jade Helm, we're always on top of it. Jade Helm is one operation that goes on and on and on, and it ain't ever going to end. What's going on with the channel, if you don't mind me asking?
That was, I was inviting some people and got done with that, so I kept pressing buttons, seeing what was going on, and accidentally hit my little, I don't know what the hell you want to call those little icons that come
Okay,
up showing
Avenger.
your recent history and that.
Hey, Avenger, I've got a question to ask you, brother. Are you prepared for
What's
it?
up, man?
All right, man.
I would hope
we talked about in the classified chat the other day about some of the stuff that I know of the Illuminati and some of the stuff that I know of from the Freemasons. Do you want me to go ahead and link it right here to the Anons? Because this is your Facebook profile. So, do you want me to go ahead and tell these folks what's really up?
I mean, you got the floor, man. I'm basically just sitting here. I noticed a friend of mine, Michelle Ham, had came through here, and I sort of wanted to see if she was still available because I wanted to get her up and running on that channel too. She's familiar with, she's familiar with Zello, but she's out west where the fires are, so I want to see how she's doing over there. Get a little bit of West Coast perspective on what's going on with these natural disasters. And but other than that, man, you got the floor. It's all you.
Welcome to Anon Live, guys. This is our anonymous channel. Where we are basically talking about some topics. We are going over governmental secrecy, talking about topics along the lines of FEMA, and we are also talking about the lines of Irma currently right now. Welcome to the chat, guys. How's it going, Manuel? How's it going, Santonimus? How's it going, guys? Some of you guys' names really hard to pronounce. So, if there's anything you guys would like us to call you, man, just don't call me late for dinner. Alright, guys, to continue on my story, there was some stuff that we talked about on our Zello app and stuff amongst our anonymous people about some of the Illuminati secrets. And how's it going, John Morales? It's good to have you here, brother. For every single one of you guys that are watching the group, that's that much more people we have behind us. Amongst our anonymous team, it'd be an honor for you guys to share this video and get some more people educated on what we got going on. Some of them are very lengthy. I do want to apologize about that, but then again, there is so much information that we need to tell you guys from our experiences. And if you guys ever have any experiences to share with any of us, man, feel free to message any of our Anon teams at any time. Or you can go ahead and go to my YouTube channel and go ahead, subscribe, and go ahead and tell me a little bit about what you got going on if we have anything that relates.
And before you
You're from
continue,
Germany?
make sure that you're advised. You can send invites. So if you want to, you can invite people to this live feed here. No big deal, the Boredom area. But yeah, Morbid, you got
Right.
the floor.
Hey, man, this person's from Germany. Yeah, we got people from Germany viewing right now. I love it, man. People from all around the world. I kind of like the fact that people from Germany. Oh, hey, we got another one from Germany. Oh, wow. All right, man. So I'll go ahead and start by telling you guys. And I may be in some big trouble for this, but I will go ahead and take the risk right now for what I'm about to tell you guys. I basically wanted to get on here tonight with Avenger. Not only to talk to you guys and tell you guys about some issues, but I have some news to tell you guys. And it's very classified stuff, but it's going to come out and you're going to find out, here soon anyway. So here it goes. I got into a discussion with a Freemason. I wanna give yeah. Hey. But with that being said, Cairns, Australia, man. Oh yeah. Sorry, man. It looks like I got struck by a lightning bolt again. I don't mean to make my hair looking like that. It's all freaking frizzy and stuff, man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys how to do a good anon video, for just in case you guys ever do it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to, grab me a little comb right here. Brush my hair all out and stuff. See how I'm brushing my hair. Got to look good for you guys. Anonymous time. Anonymous time. Much love to Anonymous. Anonymous time.
Brother, I don't know if you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at, bruh.
I'm looking pretty
but you
good.
ain't making your hair get no better. your hair is not getting any better, bruh. Oh, wow. Woo. You're funny.
Okay. Alright, guys. And I'll also teach you guys how to smoke a cigarette through your anonymous mask. It is effective. You can smoke cigarettes through your anonymous mask if you squeeze the back end of your cigarette and you kind of like push it into your mask a little bit. You can kind of take a hit off of it. And all you gotta do is take your mask and go like this. And all you gotta do is breathe out and you can hotbox your mask. It's really cool. I just want to let you guys know that. Okay, let's get back to topic. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm gonna get back into more deep combo. Now, see, I've done shared this with Avenger. I was homeless at one time, living on the streets in Indiana, and I was constantly bombarded by cops. I was eating out of trash cans. I had no place to go, nobody to help me. See, I was in group homes and stuff growing up, so I basically stuck up for a member of the group home because I saw somebody bullying that group home member, and a guy threatened me with a gun across Facebook. So the cops issued a warrant out for me over there, and I didn't even know nothing about it because I didn't show up to a court date they never told me about. I actually ended up going to Wisconsin because I was homeless, and I ended up staying with some friends there, and these friends were juggalos. They were big into that juggalo ICP thing. So was I at the time. Till they did me wrong and did me like they did me, and I kind of just backed out of that shit and said, I can't be in anonymous and do this juggalo shit. It's just not right. So what had happened was they ended up turning on me, stabbing me in the back, setting my shit out. So I ended up walking like 2 miles to a nearest place, and I ended up basically hitchhiking to a Greyhound station that didn't exist, and I was kind of stranded there for a little while. And there was this couple, old couple, that picked me up on the side of the road, and they brought me to their house in Wisconsin, in a place called Dodgeville, Wisconsin. And when I went with them, they were very, very weird. They were going to pick their son up from an airport, and their son was like a computer geek. And I tried basically, we were at the dinner table, and he tried talking some shit about Anonymous, saying, well, Anonymous isn't real, Anonymous isn't this, and Anonymous isn't that. And I looked at that motherfucker, and I said, hold up a minute, I'm not going to say anything out of the ordinary, but, you know, I felt completely pissed off. I'm not even going to lie to you. These people had taken me in, and what they did, what do you think about Harp? I have views about Harp. Harp's, I'll actually get on that topic here after I explain to you what's going on with this situation I'm about to tell you. Anyway, this lady's grandson, he had something against Anonymous. He had some kind of vendetta against him. I don't know why. But he kept trying to say we don't exist, that all of us on Facebook are fake, and everything else. And it just pissed me off so bad. And it really fucked with me, man. And, see, his grandma was pushing me to get a job, so I did. And, you know, because I got into the discussions and the fights I did with, you know, her grandson and stuff, she started basically yelling at me every day, like jumping my case constantly, fucking completely disrespecting me, telling me that, you know, Anonymous ain't real, and if you're a part of Anonymous, you get the fuck out of my house, and yada, yada, yada. I mean, I just didn't understand it. And I kept trying to tell her, well, Anonymous is all I've ever known. It's all I know. This is the family I've found. How can I just, you know, get not being anonymous anymore? You know, it's who I am. I can't help it. She kept saying, it's not who you are. You need to quit hiding behind the mask, quit being a pussy and step up, and yada, yada, yada. And you need to be a man, work a job, get your house, and get your life together. Quit being a no-good piece of shit, you know, pretend anonymous member. It just, it did something to my head. And every time I see somebody insult Anonymous, man, it really, you know, fucks me up mentally because, you know, it hurts me deep down. And I don't talk about it much, and I closed up about it, but it gets me. And this lady, at first, she was like a mama figure to me, man. And then she tried telling me, and then after she told me, you're like a son to me. That's why I'm so sentimental, and that's why I want you to do good in life, is because you're like a son to me. And then I kept saying, you know, do you accept me, you know? Keep in mind this was a pagan family, but the lady was fucking senile, man. Anyway, she kept complaining that she's tired of me eating her food. She's tired of me living there. She's tired of my anonymous bullshit. I'm not a true anon. If I'm an anonymous, I have to get out of there. She did a lot of years in construction. She was a construction worker, raising a bunch of kids or something, man. She kept telling me I was in construction for like 25 years, and I did my time, and I worked and everything, and she lived out in the country. And we were at least 10 miles away from the town. So if she kicked me out, I would have been walking at least 10 miles. But it was leading up to that, and I knew that. And she kept calling, telling me I'm like her son and everything. And then her grandson, he kept seeing me talking to anonymous members on video chats and stuff. And he would tell her. And I would talk about my personal problems and stuff with my anon friends because I felt suicidal. I wanted to go blow my brains out because how she was treating me. And he went and told her. He would lay underneath the bunk bed I was laying in. He'd go downstairs. He would tell his fucking grandma everything. She'd tell me and call me by my name and tell me to come down there. And then scream at me on top of her lungs telling me, I'm taking you into my house. You know, you're going to listen and obey the my rules. You know, you ain't in your own place. You don't have no right to come in here. You should be grateful for what we've done for you. You should be grateful we're putting food in your mouth. You should be grateful we're putting a roof over your head. She said, you should be grateful we didn't leave you out there to die because you wouldn't have made it for a week. You know? And she did this to me almost every day. She started getting like that every day and yelling at me every day. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I dressed right. I dressed in a suit. I went to job interviews. I applied for 25 job applications in a matter of 3 days. She kept trying to take me to job agencies to give me interviewing skills. You know, it really fucked me up, man. It hurt me. And then she told me, you ain't family here. You're not, She kept trying to say, basically in a nice way, we don't want you here anymore. We want you to leave. She was just being a bitch to me all the time. And then her husband, it's not her husband, it's actually her boyfriend. They're like 60 years old or something. And he was a Freemason. And me being a part of Anonymous, you guys know it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut, okay? So we were sitting at the dinner table one day. And I said, you were a Freemason, right? Yeah, I was in Freemasonry. I got kicked out of being a Freemason because I got a felony on my record. So, I confronted him about the Illuminati. You guys won't believe the results that I got. He got a really startled look on his face, like he turned completely pale. He started acting very strange. And then his wife's like, oh, well, anything about a Freemason is in a library. You can find everything about them in the library. That's a fucking lie. I know that is. But she's one of those fucking bitches, those old-ass bitches that think they know everything. And that she's fucking, nobody can top her, what she's done. And she's head honcho, she's the boss of everything. She's one of those fucking old women, dude. Goddamn. Fucking, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat stuff. Nice to have you here with us, today. I mean, tonight. But, with that being said, what's up, man? With that being said, they both got mad at me. He was also a blacksmith. He worked on metals. He did stuff like that. He was an old school guy. He had a beard down to here. And, after that, he really, really made my life hell. I confronted him about some of the secrets and the Illuminati. And they kept trying to say, well, the Illuminati's just made up by the media. The Illuminati's just made up by this and made up by that. And everything. And he was very uncomfortable by me being in his presence. Just because I was a part of a social media. So they did everything they could to bring me down and tell me I couldn't talk to my anonymous people. I went to work, the next day after confronting him. And I came back, and next thing I know is they had set all my stuff outside, and I was kicked out of their house. I had no place to go, and it really, really, really pissed me off because I was crying. I was a wreck. I was broken. I didn't know what I did wrong. I kept trying to beg them and plead, saying I thought you guys saw me as a son. I thought you guys actually loved me and cared about me, man. And I said, no, you can't be here anymore. You can't. We can't take this anymore. We can't take the social media. We can't take, the people you talk to. We just can't. Only resort I had, man, was to go end my fucking life. I literally went straight to the woods. I took me a fucking rope and went to go hang myself, man, because I felt unwanted. I felt nobody cared about me no more. Next thing I know is I saw somebody hacked my phone from Anonymous, probably one of you fuckers. And next thing I know is they're like, Anonymous, a Guy Fawkes mask pops up to my phone out of nowhere, telling me, don't forget who I am, don't forget what I stand for. And and that's why it inspired me. They was thanking me and telling me that they are proud of me, that Anonymous is pleased with me for what I've done for them, and that they'll never forget about me, and that please don't do anything irrational, and to continue living a good life for Anonymous and doing good works, and continue giving back to the world by being a part of being in Anonymous. And I remember seeing that face. It was a red Guy Fawkes mask that popped up on my phone, just watching me, and it was telling me this. And then the person just left. And then I instantly got a hold of a friend from work, a coworker, and I had to ask him to come get me. I put my trash bags in the back of his car. We went to his friend's house, stayed for 3 nights. I started drinking real bad again. I started, getting on some drugs. I started getting into some shit I shouldn't have. And then I, got a hold of my, girlfriend and stuff. And I ended up moving with her and everything, and with a couple of her friends. Now we're trying to get on our feet and going from there. But ever since I left that house, weird things have kind of been happening. I've been getting some weird and unknown profile, and every time I try to click to see it, it blocks me. I have seen, I've had people messaging me saying, we've been expecting you, and shit like that. I've been getting some hate mail, man, I really have. So I want to let you guys know that. So there are secrets in the Illuminati. There are secrets that are going on. There are stuff that we don't know about. There are definitely stuff he didn't want to tell me. People are trying to tell me all the books are in the library. What kind of crock of shit is that? I'm sure some of the secrets are, but I guarantee not all of them's there. Okay, what's going on with FEMA and Walmart? How come YouTube people? How come Jesse Ventura is not on air anymore? They took Jesse Ventura off air because he was debunking the government. Okay, they're having private military operations with my money, your money, that you work for, taxpayers' money. They can go do elite operations with whatever the fuck they want to do it with, and nobody cares. Everyone talks about getting a tax check at the end of the year. You want to know something? Since I've been homeless and since I've had nowhere to go for the past few years, I have never in my life, since I started working jobs, I have not seen a tax check from the government. I've given them my address and everything. I have not yet seen any money from the government that I've got back. They just take my money and run with it. Whether it's supposed to be illegal or not, I haven't seen a penny from the government. And they've been taking my money. They've been taking my taxes. So, I've yet to get anything or see anything and shit, man. But, like I said, I wanted to kind of share these experiences with you guys because I've had encounters with Freemasons. I've seen things that most people wouldn't see. I've seen people dead. I've seen people shot and killed. I'll go ahead and share something else with you. I don't want to keep you guys on here all night, man, because I know you guys got places to be or something to be doing. I used to live in Charlottesville. I was very, very dumb when I turned 18 years old. And I moved there for a girl that I loved that was a lot older than I was. She ended up kicking me out of the house. I was homeless, sleeping in the fucking winter, in Charlottesville, Virginia. So I've been on the streets of Charlottesville. I was very ignorant, so I had to join you gotta join a group of people to be alive there, man. So I joined the Juggalos. You gotta join a gang, you had to join something just to survive in Charlottesville. It was very, very bad.
I
So
see
I joined,
you. Okay.
what was that?
You joined the Insane Clown Posse. They got a march coming up this month on the 16th. The Gigolo March. You was a
Yeah,
part
well,
of the
guess what?
Insane Clown Posse.
These Juggalos ain't gonna be seeing anything of me anymore. Every Juggalo that I've had my back, they have put a knife in my back. But every anonymous member that I've ever talked to and I've ever asked for help, they're there for me. My anonymous family actually gives a damn because they want to make a difference. And they know that I have a gift. I am using my God-given gift right now to get the message out to you guys, so that way you guys can pass it on to others. You can
Yeah.
take my learning experience and some fuck-ups, and you guys can use it to educate your children and your people. I can take my
Hold on
experience
one
and what I've
second.
seen on social media and tell you guys that it's stuff that people need to know.
Hold
People need to
on,
know about
Morbid.
these
One
issues.
second.
10-4.
Karen, just for the record, you're viewing a linked um live feed. So his name isn't Joseph Karen. It's it's Morbid. Yeah, he's the one that's talking. Oh, and a couple of more things before you continue. Somebody asked in here what was known of Hart, and then they went on to say that they didn't think that Hart would be able to be used until 2018, as if it needs to charge or something, after they did the cloud seeding with Harvey. Now, this is the thing. Um, as far as I'm concerned, the events that are taking place with all this catastrophe with the planet in a natural way is coming from, some other planet that's approaching. If you would have looked at the eclipse last month on the 21st, you would have seen that there was three circular objects in the sky. If you got that crescent totality, unlike some parts of, matter of fact, I think where Morbid is, the guy that's guesting in this live feed, I believe he actually got full totality, if I'm not mistaken. So the moon completely covered the sun. But if you was over here where I'm at, you got to see the planet Nibiru. Okay, and as it makes its elliptical course around the sun on September the 23rd, it'll be here on our planet, passing by within 2 hours. And when that happens, the world goes to shit. It happened 10,000 years ago, and this is the anniversary from then. So that's the problem. As far as the Illuminati paying anon to to um to be anonymous or whatever, those are spies. Okay, the way you would tell an anonymous spy who was actually a fake anon, you can actually classify them as that. Is they'll ask you for money. They will have you download apps that will cause you to put in even your email. Is a bad idea for somebody to be giving you an app to. They will ask you for your location. They will create websites for you to and send links to you for you to click on and actually go about giving away your IP address. This is called phishing, actual hacking technique. And then you have, they'll ask you to donate money, open up a GoFundMe account or something like that. Anybody trying to basically gather any type of information on you is gonna be able to do so, if you let them. And they'll probably be one of those fake anons. So yes, the Illuminati and the government have cyber hackers that are paid to claim anonymous. And just you got to be able to read those things or whatever. And as the Bureau is concerned, if you ever notice, for those of you who haven't been on this feed a couple hours ago, I was stating how the anomalies are getting worse. You had a Category 4 hurricane that hit Texas. Then right below that, you had a Category 8.4 earthquake that hit Mexico. I mean, now you got this supposedly Category 5 storm coming through Florida of a hurricane. I mean,
Can I go ahead and try to
and
interject
it's
right
just
there,
gonna
Avenger?
get worse.
I want to go ahead and try to interject here real quick.
Huh?
With this being
Yeah.
said, I heard Avenger talking about this earlier. He mentioned something about on the 23rd of September, Nibiru is going to be passing Earth. And with that being said, with this path, that since it's going to be passing us, it may or may not come in contact. But one thing that we do know, sorry about that. It comes like once every 10,000 years, and it could severely cause some serious bad weather. So we got to be keeping our eyes open, guys, because there's a lot more destruction to come. And like I told you guys, the government is looking for reasons to put FEMA camps in our states, in our cities, and in our towns. They are looking for excuses right now for national disasters to happen so they can put you in a FEMA Walmart and cut all communication off from you and your loved ones.
Yeah, well, the fact of the matter is, they're basically like this. If a person is outnumbering you and you can't really get them, say for instance, you're killing roaches in your house. How do you kill roaches? An element, raid or something like that, toxins and shit, right? Same thing. The people that are in charge of this plan, of course, we know we well outnumber, right? And the people who are in arms that's supposed to serve and protect and fight for our land, also the civilians outnumber, right? So they can't go door to door. It would be a fool's gambit for our enemy to go door to door and try to attract people that will cause a riot in the streets. Why not know of a certain event that's going to take place? And when the world goes to shit and people need to be extracted from their homes or they need safety and security, they can rely on this fake government to round them up, put them in a location where they'll have food and they'll have shelter, but they'll also be captive. And there won't be nowhere for them to go. So it's like, and there won't be nothing for them to do. The people around them will have guns. The guns that have objects around them are going to be vehicles and cameras and barbed wire and all this shit, and it's not a good idea for us to be so divided. So I figure we got Karen out there in where's she, Australia? Got another friend of mine that you haven't met yet, Morbid. She's in Australia. Got another friend of mine. He's in California. If we can just find a way to, well, not find a way, but if, we can actually unite in some manner, which I have a good idea how we can do it, we can all keep an eye on what's going on with each other, and be able to, keep everybody updated on what's going on and, sort of pull our heads together and help one another out. For example, we got an individual who's actually able to assist people with, you know,
And
SRT.
just to not to interrupt you or anything, Avenger. See, the purpose behind this, yeah, propaganda's involved and stuff, but the more assistance that you have from the government, the easier it is to keep track of you. So that is one thing that you guys got to remember. If you're drawing welfare, if you're drawing any kind of special governmental assistance whatsoever, you are vulnerable and you are a walking target for the government. So if a disaster ever happens, you're going to be one of the first ones that they're going to be looking at.
That is true. That is very true. I currently was talking to an individual today, and he was telling me how he set himself up with over 57 firearms, and only 6 or 7 of them are pistols. He has flashbangs, grenades, and he's looking forward to getting a different type of face mask that could actually shield you from the 12 gauge blast at point blank range. So, he said they go for it at least $250, but they some ugly looking masks. And he's getting himself some of that. He got himself a Punisher, bulletproof vest, and this guy's ready to go in. Some of us don't have that luxury. Some of us gotta just basically go with what we know. And I'm thinking, shit hits the fan all over this nation, all over this planet, and people need to have some type of safety. Your best bet is headed to the woods and, grab some friends if you know how to camp. Learn that shit. If you don't know how to camp, you know what I'm saying? Learn that shit. If you do know how to camp, and definitely go out there and, get a bug out bag. Everybody should have one. In this day and age, everybody needs a bug out bag. Something with some
Okay,
binoculars
guys,
in
I,
it.
I want to go ahead
So
and try to
definitely,
interject real quick. I want to go ahead and give you guys a status update on Hurricane Irma. This is currently, I don't know if you guys can see this well enough or not. If you can look at this closely, it is coming right up on the Bahamas. It is slowly passing the islands of Cuba, and it is actually, after it gets past the Bahamas and Cuba, then we can be expecting it to be right at the coast of Florida. Currently, people are still trying to evacuate. Wind speeds are insane. Rain is coming down real heavy. Every few hours or so, it is hailing, and you can definitely tell that a hurricane is about to strike the coast of Florida. Please carry on, Avenger.
yeah, well, about that hurricane, I can get back on that, no problem. The hurricane situation has already been claimed. It's been blamed for 23 deaths. The country Bermuda is underwater now, the whole country. And that was back when it was a category 3 or 4.
Category 3, Category 4,
Um,
around that vicinity.
right? And so now it's going towards Miami. Like my man here, Morbid, said, and I agree with him 110%, potentially going to pick up some more power. I know it's going to have pressure built up into it as it jumps on land and heads to the Midwest area. You know, the pressure is going to keep it going. That's going to increase in pressure. But which I found very weird. Because once it makes landfall, it should decrease. You know, so we're talking about. I think they're talking about Harvey gave Texas residents 60 inches of rain, 125-mile-per-hour winds. They're talking for Florida. The Ivy storm is about the size of
You
Puerto
take it
Rico.
easy, Snyder. We'll see you around, man. Thanks for
We
tuning
have
in.
100. Yeah. Um, okay,
Yeah, carry
prepare
on,
for
please.
protest. All right. Yeah, and so we got 90 inches of rain is expected, 155 miles per hour winds. Is that right, Morbid?
That sounds about right. At a current average right now, they actually sent the storm team into the hurricane. And this is an update from the storm trackers. They went in today and it was clocked in at 186 miles per hour. They did another scan on it. It's actually gone down to 175. Just in case you guys remember, that is actually Category 4 vicinity. That was the size of Hurricane Katrina. I repeat, that is the size of Hurricane Katrina. But I did see on the weather forecast, see the water near the Florida beach in the Miami Bay area is 90 degrees. So the closer the hurricane gets to Florida coast, the warmer the water is going to get. So it is going to basically probably more than likely be feeding off of that water, and it is only going to grow bigger and stronger, and it is going to be heading either towards the Carolinas, or it's going to buzz into Florida, or it's going to get the coast of Florida, and it is going to veer off, and it is going to make its way back in somewhere.
All right. There's your meteorologist report. Whoa, what is that? Oh, okay. Got to be careful. Thought I was showing my face there. Oh, I got this
Yeah,
thing.
watch out for that now.
Instead of it, yeah, instead of it doing the FaceTime, I have it flipped around. So it's like when you're taking a picture of something away from you that you're looking at. I have it like that, but I'm in a completely dark room. So there's like, you can't see nothing. I think you can see probably some windows because the sun looks like it wants to come up. It's almost about that time, around 5:15. The sun starts to come
Yeah,
up over
man, the
here
sun will
where
be
I'm
up pretty
at.
soon. Hey, you guys, guess what? Guess what? We've done
Yeah,
an anonymous video together, and we've done an all-nighter. Woohoo! Sleep over on the anonymous team.
hell yeah, yeah.
This is
This
how
is
dedicated we really are.
the hurricane. Check this out, you guys. We got 5 people. I want people to hear this. John Morales says, when the hurricane hits where where I live, I will be making a live video so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Now that's some brave shit right there, because that means he's not gonna actually be, extracted from that location. He's actually gonna be there in the storm and shit. So definitely got to make sure we give him all the support that he can get.
Most definitely, yeah. I agree with you 110% on that. I, uh, if there are any topics or anything that you guys are unsure of that you would like to ask Anonymous, please feel free to post in the comments below, and me and the anonymous team and Avenger will answer them the best we can.
Celestiangel, you say you want to know. No. What was it? You? Who was it? I think it's somebody said something about okay, match with Pavlin. He said, "Who all is gonna be in London for Million Mass March?" And the thing is, mattage. I've heard of one actually being scheduled. What you want to do is when you get away from this live feed, go into your search browser at your home and type in your location and put Million Mass March. Okay, something should pop up. There should be an event created so you'll be able to actually say that you're attending. It should let you know where it's at, what time it's going to be, all that stuff. So if you want to know, that's an easier way of finding out instead of searching through your friends list. Jacob, nice to see you back. And oh wow, that's ironic. Jacob said his battery actually went dead. Yeah.
If
Oh, that stinks.
we got about 5 viewers right now currently, guys. That's actually really good. So hopefully we can. Sorry about that. Hopefully we can, possibly discuss some more topics and stuff. Is there anything else that you guys would like to ask of Anonymous?
Okay. Looks like he was able to share it.
Good.
Listen,
Share, guys. We got to get the word out there. Um, our anonymous team, which consists of me, Avenger, and a couple others, we're going to start doing more videos and stuff like this, live of us, to basically keep you guys updated and to basically, if you guys ever need to talk about anything, you have any topics to discuss or anything, there probably isn't anything that we haven't discussed with each other. We've discussed a lot of stuff, man. I've set up all night long already with Avenger. I set up all night long with Anon. I mean, hell, guys, this is what we do for pretty much a living on our spare time, man. So, you guys ever find anything you want to know, just go ahead and let us know so we can talk about it and we can go ahead and give you some information. I'm not going to feed you some bullshit unless I actually do my research on it, because I believe that's that it's important for you guys to know the truth and to know the full details.
yeah, 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 but definitely you guys, for those of you who are wondering, definitely do your research on this. You're gonna see it one way or another by the end of this month. When that planet comes close to us on around the 20th to the 23rd, you're gonna be able to see it with the naked eye. There's already people in certain parts of the world filming this planet as it passes us, and like I said before, it's the reason for all this commotion with the natural disasters. So, just do your research on Nibiru, Nibiru, and that's going to make it so that you actually understand this seriousness of the situation. There's all sorts of posts about it on YouTube. Just YouTube it, and I mean, it's not going to be some long documentary unless you want to get that deep into it. A lot of the times, what I like to do is I'll figure out some topics, normally like three of them, and I will, when I got spare time, which is like normally in the middle of the night, like now, I'll just go on certain YouTube channels and I will look it up and look at documentary after documentary, which is like an hour or two long, and get all this information that I sort of tweak and figure out where the lies are, where the truth is. Then I can go to Google and I can just start typing in shit in the browser and looking up certain key factors that I might not know about in the little documentaries or whatever, and it really helps you to progress. So you can even use YouTube, to get some of this common knowledge out there. If you're just rushing to something and you ain't got enough time to dig deeper into that. Because that's the most common way. And then I share my videos that I think are interesting right here on Facebook. Yeah, you look funny as hell, man.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I have something that I kind of want to reveal, and I kind of not really reveal, I should say, to speak. Uh, okay, I kind of sorry about that. Um, uh, I kind of want to go ahead and talk about a little something, because all of us Anons, see, we stick together and stuff, and I know a lot of us don't really know each other in person or nothing, and that's fine. But see, I'm sure there's other Anons out there besides me. See, you may not have firearms in your house or anything. So if something does come up to where you ain't got nothing left, I believe that us Anons should probably try to get a secret safe house. I believe we should try to do something along those lines so that way our Anons are safe, if they have nothing else. Some people of our Anons do not have families. They don't have anything, and I kind of want to go ahead and try to get a secret place for them to be able to gather up if shit does hit the fan, if the government does come after us, to where we are armed, to where we do have food and resources, and the government cannot bully us because the government wants to take away guns. They want to amend the bond. They don't want to take our rights away. They want to fucking violate the Constitution. They don't give a damn right now. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they kill. You are just a number in their book. You are just a dollar sign. And you guys need to realize that there's a big war coming up, man. And it's going to be against civilization, United States of America, against the government, man. FBI, CIA. One day, man, they're going to send everybody out to your doorway to go ahead and try to capture you and round you and your families up. I had a friend once tell me that history repeats itself. This friend worked in law enforcement. He was actually killed a few years ago. He lost his life on the line of duty. So I'm going to tell you guys what my friend told me. History repeats itself, my friend. You guys need to understand that this is very true. Fashion trends come back in style. Things repeat themselves. Disasters repeat themselves. Right now, the Holocaust is going to repeat itself. Okay, so us Americans and other countries and stuff, you gotta understand there's something called the United Nations. And the United Nations is trying to gather up a one world currency. This one world currency is going to consist of, we sign a treaty with Australia, we sign a treaty with the Soviet Union, with South Korea, North Korea, Cuba. All of us are going to be one whole, and it's going to turn into a dictatorship with one person ruling this. And I know this because not only the King James Version Bible predicts it, but several other translations do as well. And if you guys are good-fearing Christian people or you believe in God, see, I'm not even a Christian. I'll go ahead and tell you guys I'm a Wiccan, but I was raised Christian, and I'm sitting here right now, kind of kicking myself in the ass because I'm seeing prophecies coming true I've never seen before. In the Bible, in Revelation, I know you guys. I'm not going to preach to you guys or nothing. I ain't forcing nothing upon you. And if you're offended, please tell me you are, so that way I can, kind of correct myself. It talks about earthquakes in diverse places. It talks about mass confusion, and it talks about a meteorite or something called wormwood colliding with Earth and knocking out a third of the water supply for all of us. And see, I'm starting to become a believer because I have been seeing these happening. I'm seeing the concentration camps happening with FEMA and Walmart. My eyes are opening. I was blind, but now I'm seeing. And you know, I love what I've done in Wicca and my Wicca friends and everything. You'll always be, close to me. I don't think any different of you, but you know, I'm seeing things, way too many things that are coming true. That there has to be a God. There's no way there's not a God, because these Bibles predicted all these things before they happened, and now it's really happening. People are being forced down with guns to their heads. There are multitudes of insects coming out. There are fucking, earthquakes in diverse places. There are hurricanes coming up, to the coasts and stuff. There are bad things happening. There is a one world currency coming in place. People are trying to discuss some peace. And here's something even scarier, guys. I was watching a video earlier on North Korea. See, they were having a missile crisis thing going on. And Donald Trump actually talked to Kim Jong-un, whatever the fuck his name is. And they are actually trying to declare peace with North Korea and stuff. So the UN said that if North Korea does not basically quit shooting off missiles and doing all that kind of crazy shit and missile testing and shit, that we are going to take forms of retaliation, which is going to war with them. And we are going to wipe North Korea out. And this came from the words of the Secretary of the United States of America. And I know you guys in other countries, you need to know this too, because we in the United States of America are on the brink of war. Some of you guys, I don't know if any of you are from, where was it? Where do they speak Portuguese at? I'm trying to think of where it is. Oh yeah, Brazil. For you guys and stuff that are from Brazil and stuff, I know you don't want Americans. They don't want Americans there because they think that we are terrorists. There are people that right now, if they saw me and they saw Avenger, they would call us terrorists. If they seen that you were wearing an anonymous mask, they would deem you as a terrorist. It's true. We're not to the United States and the media. We're not the good guys. There was a reason that we hopped Fox News. There was a reason that we've gotten into the heads of the newscasters and stuff. They are taking their talent and their false skills and lying to the social media and the press. People don't need to hear lies anymore. People need to speak up. There was a time in this country to where it meant something. People respected each other. Things got fucking done. People were civil. I can't say that anymore about America. If you guys ever go into a Walmart and you're walking down, because I see, you said I've seen the FEMA facilities which help victims, and I've seen the truth, and I was shocked. Okay, let me go ahead and fill you guys in on a little something. If you go into Walmart and it's a big super center and it's like a regional Walmart, really well known, and you're walking down the food aisle, you're walking by the clothes section, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to look at the tiles on the ground, okay? I want you guys to do this for me. And I'm telling you this, Morbid here wouldn't just come out and lie to you about something. So I want you guys to do this for me. You're gonna be walking around Walmart. You're gonna see a little hatch. It's gonna be like a metal hatch, just in the floor. It's randomly there. You can't miss it. It's like a really, really cut on the floor. And in that hatch, on it, it has like a little bitty peek hole. And make sure nobody's looking or anything when you do this. But if you duck down to the ground real quick and you look into that peek hole, you will see light down at the in the tunnel of that Walmart store. And I have actually peeked into that tunnel before, seen light down there, and I have seen people moving underneath Walmart. There is movement, and there are operations going on right now we don't even know about underneath Walmart. So you guys keep that in mind the next time you go to a Walmart. There are operations going on underground. That's a trick for you guys to exercise next time you go to a Walmart. Look for that hatch at the bottom, and that goes straight to the underground. I will tell you what it looks like once you open the hatch. There is a ladder. Once you climb that ladder extends and it goes all the way down into the underground. But I would not advise you to go down there because it is protected by the military. And once you go down there, it is like a federal crime. So I wouldn't advise you to lift that hatch or even go down there because alarms will go off in the Walmart, and they will take immediate action. That is if you can get in there. I think it's pretty much locked and everything, but it is there, and I do want you guys to know that that exists, and it is kind of scary. Another theoretical idea is, that when they started shutting the Walmarts down and stuff like that, they were saying they were shutting the Walmarts down due to plumbing problems and stuff, okay? No, you're not going to strip a whole fucking store of all of its goods, all of its items, all of the shelves and everything, and then sit here and tell me that, Walmart is having plumbing problems. Yeah, they're probably having plumbing problems, but you're digging in the whole underground. You're digging out a freaking secret layer down there. Come on, guys, we ain't stupid. In the YouTube video that I told you guys I saw of the closed down Walmarts, the same thing that I told you guys that I had seen whenever FEMA came to my city, those little greenhouse like white covers they had over in Walmart, and you can see it when Jesse Ventura goes in. They have walls built up, so you can't see what they're doing over there if somebody does walk into the Walmart. And they will send security to walk your ass out with guns and everything if you do go in there. It is scary. They do come and escort you out. They will get physical with you. I mean, what are they hiding? It's no joke, guys. I mean, they're talking about microchips. There was a couple in Florida, they actually did a microchip thing on. They have microchips in them right now. Because the government wants to know if they can keep track of you or not. And here's another thing for you guys to look at. And I'll give you another thing. There was a commercial a few years ago. You guys probably remember it. It was taken off of air. They can't even air this commercial because it gave out something. It wasn't even supposed to be released. Because it was supposed to be released in like 2023 or something like that. So it was basically a guy in a trench coat walking into a store. He went and grabbed an item. When he walked out of that store, he took his wrist and he scanned his wrist over the scanner and walked out. People were just staring at him. That basically is an advertising for what the government has planned. But in 24 hours after they aired the commercial, they took it right off of air. But luckily, somebody had captured a video of that commercial and they posted it on YouTube, and YouTube still has not taken it down. So you guys want to get a good glimpse and a good revelation from God, if you guys believe in God or anything, man, that's a good thing to look into. That'll get your blood, that will literally send chills right up your spine, right there, is knowing that the mark of the beast is here, knowing that the government does plan to microchip people. That is why us anonymous people keep telling you guys, if a disaster hits your area, do not go with FEMA, don't go with soldiers, don't go with anybody, because they have the potential to microchip you. They will sit here and tell you they're going to help you get your houses builded and everything. But you got to remember, guys, you got to pay a big price for to get the government to do shit, man. They're going to pinch you. Whenever you take a grape and you squeeze it for every drop it's got, and you have grape juice, they're going to take you grape by grape, turnip by turnip, and squeeze you for every dime, cent, penny you have in you, man. Anything. That's just what the government does. That is how the government makes its fundings. That is how the government is the government. is they rip people off. If you don't rip people off in some type of way, they believe they can't make a profit. So they have to make a profit off of you and your families. There's no other way. They can, get fundings if they don't. So they have, it's very crooked. The politicians, they all know about this stuff. The politicians, I and a couple other anons believe the politicians are just kind of there to distract you guys. They're there to distract the general public. They are there to keep the minds off of what's really going on. They're there to, whenever Obama went to Hurricane Harvey and he was helping in the soup kitchen and stuff. Well, I see a thanks, Andrew, at the bottom. Are you still there, Avenger? Okay. You're still on air with me?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
So, I know I talk a lot. I have a lot of knowledge and stuff up here, guys, because that's all I do is think. So, if it gets to be too much, just let me know. I just basically want you guys to understand what's going on currently and what's going to happen if you ever did decide to go with FEMA or any of these government officials. As of right now, I talked to Avenger the other day on a private chat, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know. He informed me that it was the middle of the night, and they took a bus or something like that, and they were taking Hurricane Harvey victims, boarding them on the bus in the middle of the night. Why did they wait till nighttime in the middle of the night to do this? And drove their asses straight to the Walmart. And there are people outside the Walmart, with guns, and they're telling the people, hey, you can't leave, you can't go anywhere, and shit like that, man. I mean, it's fucking nuts. I can only imagine what FEMA and all those guys are doing to those people in there right now. They probably have a plan to microchip them. They're going to be guinea pigs. They want to keep track of these people. Yeah, the government says, we're going to help you rebuild your homes. We're going to help you rebuild your lives, your families, by helping you build your Florida homes back again and your Texas homes back again. But here's the trick. And here's where anonymous politics come in. Are you stupid enough to fall for that? Behind every action, there's a consequence. If I hand you $5 right now, and I tell you to go get me a pizza from Little Caesars, and you bring me, you get the pizza, and you bring the pizza back to me. Okay, but let's just say that if I gave you $5.50, and you went out, you got the pizza, you brought it back to me, and you decided you were going to keep that 50 cents, and that, I'm still going to share half my pizza with you, and I'm going to eat half that pizza. Okay, that's kind of like the government, man. It's kind of like, okay, think of theoretically, the pizza incident and stuff. Every penny, y'all, it's only 50 cents. Y'all, it's only 25 fucking cents. Y'all, it's only whatever. Y'all, it's still, okay, here's the fucking thing. I went out and bought this anonymous mask right here. This was $9.99, okay? When I bought it at the store, it turned out to be, $9.65. I'm sorry, it was $9.99. So I'm sorry, it was $10.65. So that was 65 cents. No, I'm sorry, 66 cents. Then my math's right on that. Okay, 66 cents from an American, each and every American all across the United States, every single day. And you gotta think that's 66 cents. from every single American. Imagine how many millions and billions of dollars they get every single day from you guys as taxpayers' money, from my tax-paying money. And imagine what they do with that. Imagine what you can do with $1 million. Imagine what you can do with $1 billion. Hell, you can be like Donald Trump, build you a Cheeto tower. Hell, I mean, you might even get an advertising from Chester Cheeto Man. I mean, hell, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. But, these are all issues that I kind of want everybody. That's why I do my YouTube channels. That's why I do my Facebook Live videos. That's why I participate with my anonymous team. Is to let you guys know what's going on. What was that?
Oh no, the sun over here is coming up. I'm just laying down. I was looking at Karen, her statement. She said they don't have Walmarts over there, but they probably have something like a Bradley's or a Kmart or a Target or some big ass Home Depot. Yeah, I know you got Home Depot. Everybody got that shit. That's like McDonald's. But yeah, it doesn't have to be Walmart. What you're looking for is a vast area that probably has a whole bunch of surveillance cameras on it and bomb wire closed down. If it's got
the walls will be very, very high. You got to remember that these walls are going to be at least 15 to 20 feet tall.
That wouldn't make any sense.
They are going to have barbed wire wrapped around them. The purpose for these high walls are to prevent you from getting out of the camps. They do not want you to escape these camps. They actually want to keep you there. And what I saw on one of the YouTube videos and what the news reporters was saying is a government official actually leaked some information. And Anonymous posted it to WikiLeaks, actually. We have a WikiLeaks account that actually has some of this shit exposed on it. And with that being said, they talk about what they actually plan to do to people in these FEMA camps. They're going to feed them good. They're going to give them a nice place to lay. They're going to make it seem like a paradise at first. And then all of a sudden, people are going to start becoming missing. They're going to come up missing and stuff. They're going to be blackmailing anybody needs to be blackmailed, questioning anybody needs to be interrogated, killing off people one by one, until there is, until they, go to the next person, and the government wants to instill fear in the American people. That is why we go through what we go through. That's why Anonymous has such a hard time. They can't intimidate us. We had an anonymous protest. We went right up to the fucking FBI building, and they come out with fucking security guard to security guard, some big fucking guards and stuff, saying we ain't letting you guys in. But Anonymous stood their ground and said, we're not gonna fucking stand here and let you guys bully us. We are not no force you guys want to fuck with. We don't like being violent, us Anonymous folks. But if you push us, and this goes to any government, any official out there, we will respond with a retaliative force. We will not let you tread on us. Do not tread on me. My rights are firm. I stand for my freedoms. I stick up for my family. I love my family. I enjoy working my little small town job without you participating in my life. And that's for every fucking governmental official out there to know. And if I ever do end up in a concentration camp or something, and they tell me it's your life, or giving up being an anon, you guys already know what my answer is going to be. Put my head on a shop block, lay my hands across my chest, and call me a quitter. Because I will literally give my life for my anon family. I don't give a fuck what gets leaked. That's where my heart is. My anonymous people have taken care of me. I'm going to take care of them. I don't care how strong the government is. We're strong. We have 1 million mask march, guys, in every big city on November 5th. Remember. 5th of November. Remember, 5th of November. Don't you guys ever forget that. And you know, but I'm sure this video is getting very long, guys. My name is Morbid Anon, and I am, I guess, what you'd call a new big guy in the social stream. This is my anonymous team. Our team consists of me, it consists of a few others, and it consists of Avenger and Anon 1. It is a privilege working for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to our channel tonight. Thank you for participating in our conversations. Feel free to friend request me, ask us any questions you need to ask us, and let us know if there's anything you guys want to talk about in the next video or so, and we will actually arrange that for you. There's been a lot of topics and stuff covered tonight, and a lot of personal stuff I've shared. Hopefully that it helps you guys kind of understand. If you guys like these videos, you know, we'll keep on making them. But let us know you actually like these videos and you want us to keep making them. And us Anons will keep arranging this for you and keep you guys updated on our operations and what is going on, what can be leaked and what cannot be leaked. Because there are some things that even us Anons cannot leak across any kind of social media, because we got to keep that between us. But we love you guys, man. You guys are our family. Appreciate everything you guys do and your service to Anonymous. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep up the great work. Keep on viewing our videos. Keep on sharing the videos. And we appreciate what you guys do. And, you know, if you guys ever need anything, just go ahead and let us know. You guys want to be a part of the Anonymous team, of course it'll take some character building and some trust, but you know, get to know us Anons, man. We're not going to give you our whole personal life story or anything like that, but we can definitely use some recruits in our family and in our little crew we got going on, because you know, that's what Avenger's been up to lately. You know, I've been helping Avenger out, especially today, getting a recruit in. So you guys are special people, man. You guys are all good people. I don't care if you're in Australia, if you're in Italy, if you're in Greece. You know, you're our Anon family. And you know, what I do want you guys to know is there are going to be a lot of people dying because of Hurricane Joseph and because of Hurricane Irma. There's going to be a lot of good people dying. We're going to lose a lot of people, man. A lot of good-hearted folks, man. And some of them, not intentionally. They just can't get out of Florida. They're trapped in Florida, and, you know, there's no getting them out of there. So keep them in your hopes and prayers, and say a prayer for peace, guys. Because, you know, it's coming. And there ain't no stopping it. Appreciate you guys tuning in with us tonight. I'm here with my man, Avenger. Then again, my name is Morbid Anon. I have a YouTube channel. You go to the YouTube, hit the search bar, type in Morbid space Anon, and you will find some of the videos that I have done. Feel free to be one of my subscribers, guys. But you guys didn't reply /comment on my comment about CPS. CPS is Child Protection Services, am I right, Karen?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get on this topic right now. Since you asked the question, I don't want to get into a long drag out or anything, because I want you guys to at least get a little bit of rest tonight. Of course, me and my Anonymous team probably won't be getting harassed for a good long time, but I would like you guys to know this. DCS has been in my life since for about 11 years till I turned 18 years old. So I have been a ward of the state, and I have dealt with DCS, and I have dealt with those issues. So I will actually share with you my personal standpoint on these CPS and stuff, guys. I was in a group home. I was with an abusive family. I got taken away from this abusive family because I ran away and refused to come back. I I was with DCS for 11 years. I was a troubled kid in a lot of group homes. Was the kind of kid that ran away a lot. CPS, they were there for the money, man. They were getting every single penny off of me they could, and I knew they was. I couldn't look some of them in the eye. They see what they do is they will target kids that don't have families or anything. There was several Christmases nobody had money to get me anything, man. So I had to do chores around the group home. I had to scrub floors. Of course, I'd get a dinner of my choice, but that's all I really got. And some Christmases, I got a blanket, maybe a blanket for Christmas, maybe a pair of socks for Christmas. I mean, it was a really shitty childhood, man. Um, Karen, it's not easy. Talking about it is a very sensitive subject for me as well. I saw a lot of troubled kids in there, man. Those group homes and stuff bully those kids, and they make those kids act out. Those kids did not come in there. They don't just come in that place with attitude problems, but because they're troubled youth, the group homes try to manipulate the kids and antagonize and piss them off. They want them to get angry. They want them to lash out, because if they get them to act out, and if they get them to miss their families, if they get them to cry, they get them to react, that they'll actually get better ratings or whatever else, and they'll get the kids sent off. So here's how it is: if the staff like the kids in the group homes, then they'll try to keep them around. They'll try to sugarcoat everything or whatever, But if you're a kid and you don't have a family, they're really going to freaking give you a hard time. And I was one of those kids that didn't have a family, so I was targeted and I was treated like a rag doll, man. I went to placement. I was an angry kid. I was beaten on and abused a lot, and I would retaliate against them treating me bad and stuff, man. I had a family trying to adopt me one time. They brought me a Christmas present, and the group home had told them to leave, that they had to request from court my family visit, and it was on Christmas. So I was sitting out the window watching my Christmas present, and the family that came to see me drove 200 miles to see me, get in the car, and leave. And I remember spending my Christmas sitting there on the couch crying. And the guys from the group home came in and said that I had to go to my room. I remember I got in some big trouble. They removed everything from my room, all the way down to my bed sheets and stuff, man. Saying that I shouldn't have contacted a family outside of court jurisdiction, and I basically sat the whole Christmas in my room just crying. So DCS is a piece of shit, man. DCS treats kids badly. They don't give a damn what the kids go through in the placements. They don't care. They give a damn about the kids' safety. After I turned 18 years old and I got old enough to get out of the group home I was in, I heard rumors about kids getting molested. I heard rumors about kids getting, kind of like there was a guy there that was spying on them when they were in the bathroom trying to take a shower. Just a lot of crazy, absurd shit, man. And they always targeted the weak little kids. But each one of us kids, I had figured out, every time one of those DCS workers got, every time they take a kid out of a place, out of a house, and especially in America, they get it's an additional $2,000. It's a big bonus for CPS. I've also dated a CPS worker, and she told me the kind of money they make and the kind of profits and stuff they get for taking kids from their homes. But hopefully that kind of tells you what the CPS system is like. It's very fucked up. It is a part of the government. After I turned 18, I was tricked into getting an apartment by something called Collaborative Care Services, and DCS, DCS, CPS, they're all the same thing. And once I had done that, they basically kept coming up to my apartment. I was working a 12-hour shift job at 18 years old. They would harass me. They had to meet with me. They had to come into my apartment, look at all my stuff, go through my drawers, go through my dressers, go through everything. One day I just got tired of it and left and ran to Charlottesville, Virginia. I couldn't take it no more. And they slapped me with a $1,200. They wouldn't pay my bills for me anymore. They wouldn't help me out like they were supposed to. They bailed on me. And next thing I know is I ended up getting with a girl. She was pregnant with my kid, and she ended up miscarrying the kid and stuff. But we were trying to get a place together, and DCS had destroyed my credit. I was $1,200 in the hole. I couldn't afford it, but they had refused to pay for it. And I am still currently, I have not paid that debt, and I am really, really in the hole. Any chances I have of getting into place, having good credit is fucked. Anytime I buy a car, it's fucked, just because of what DCS had done to me. But I am free now. DCS does not own me. I have declared my independence from them, and I have told every single one of them to fuck off. So, that's my view on DCS. So hopefully that kind of sums things up for you, what CPS and DCS is like here in America and stuff where we're at. And that is for Indiana State, DCS, and CPS. I will go ahead and give you the state to that as well. So does that kind of give you a little bit of an idea on how it is, Karen? Yeah. Okay, guys. We've been on here for a while. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Please go ahead and if you like what you see tonight and you like the topics discussed, please go ahead. Look me up on YouTube. I am Morbid, Anon. I work with the team. I work with Avenger and Anon 1. This is pretty much my crew for now. Thank you guys for listening to our talk tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your services to Anonymous. Please keep up the good work. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give in. Fucking don't let anybody get you down. Don't let anybody tell you that you're less than, man. You're making a difference in the world. Your voice is being heard, and you guys are making that possible by being an Anonymous. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Be expecting us.